mobile order number? Oh, I'm sorry. Can you just brighten the screen? I can't really see it.
We need to talk about Bruno, y'all. This will kind of circle back around and make sense. We find out in Encanto that everybody thought that Bruno was a jerk, but he's not actually. He's just misunderstood and maybe socially awkward. He might have some sort of disability, but I'm not going to speculate on that. But like that, this video that Megan posted, which I'm not doing this to call out Megan, I'm doing this to speak about misunderstandings that disabled people can face in social interactions, and especially in places like Disneyland, where people can easily come across as though they're being rude. There might just be a disability misunderstanding going on, because a lot of disabled people like to go to Disneyland because of different accessibility needs that can be addressed there. I obviously wasn't there to see what really happened, so I can only take away what Megan interpreted from the situation. But I can easily see here a person who perhaps has social anxiety, who has PTSD, who has some sort of neurological condition where speaking is difficult, or a hearing condition where communicating is difficult for them, and perhaps they made the use of the mobile order tool to limit their social interactions the best that they could, and the eye roll was perhaps not them being rude, but was a sign of frustration that they are struggling to communicate in the best way that they know how. Now, sure, we can argue that it was just an entitled guest, but my point is that it's important to approach people with empathy and understanding rather than judgments, because it is very possible that the person in this interaction was actually really overwhelmed and struggling in a society that is just not built around their needs, and they were doing the best that they could. I saw myself in that video because I have PTSD, and I once cried because one of the security people took something away from me, and it was fine, but it can be difficult when you have something that causes you to process emotions a different way than everybody else. Next time you see someone who seems to be coming across as though they're being rude, try to consider and approach the situation with compassion and an assumption that they're trying their best, and consider the fact that they might actually be really struggling with a disability that you can't see, and trying to do their best with the situation in a world that's not built for them, and that perhaps something that feels easy, obvious, or normal for you is none of those things for them.